Good evening. Tonight we're going to be focusing on how to light a wood fire, or a wood burning stove should I say. We're prepped up here. We've got some screwed up newspaper, or wrapped up nicely in this case. Some logs of a really dry wood, in this case silver birch, which will go really well. And we've got some kindling at the back. The wood burning stove itself, what we've done is we've left an inch of ash at the bottom, which is always recommended, and we're almost ready to go. So start by placing in your crumpled newspaper in the base of your stove. Okay. Now I've rolled these with a little bit of a towel to make them easier to light. And they're going on top of the ash. Okay. Good thick layer. We don't want to use fire lighters because they cost money, and hey, you know, why pay for something when you can get it from free? I always use the newspapers or free papers which come through my door on a regular basis. After a quick browse, you're off and running. So, next bit of kindling, just, you know, small bits of wood. I tend to go quite heavy on kindling. I want the fire to light first time, I don't want to be messing around. So, what you're doing is putting it in a kind of crisscross pattern, giving it plenty of opportunity to catch. Now in this wood burning stove, what we've got is we've got a little thermometer up here on the flue. It's really handy, and what you're looking to do is get it into that silver bit in the middle, the 300 to sort of 400 degree mark, and that's basically the flue temperature. When you're doing that, it's burning efficiently, very little smoke. You know, nice and hot, and it's ideal. Okay, so that's what you're kind of trying to do. What we're going to do in a minute is light the kindling. We're going to leave the door open, well, ajar should I say, to allow plenty of wind or plenty of air to be sucked in, really get it going. Now it's important to light your paper well, because there's nothing worse than having it just slightly smouldering. Get the door shut, and then lo and behold, you've got an issue. So let's put the camera down, see if we can get it in a position where you can see what's going on still. Okay, so off we trot. I like these kind of extra long matches, they just make my life easier. But that's personal preference again. You know, anything will do effectively. So, get the paper going well, you know, straight away these things will start to smoke if you don't get them going well, and smoke is your enemy kind of here. So just bring the door to the jar, and what you'll hear, what you should hear, is the wind being sucked in, or the air being sucked in, as the temperature in the flue starts to rise. Gives it a nice drawing effect. Now I've got both vents, top and bottom, fully open. You can start to hear that air being sucked in. Air is your friend. You know, without oxygen you haven't got fire. Okay, so we're just going to let this start to build up slightly before adding our logs. Okay, just nicely catching. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm putting these really dry logs in, nicely spaced out, not too much, just to really get it going, take advantage of those flames. Straight in again. So as soon as the drawl stops, it starts to fill with smoke. So, you know, it's important to really have it going. You've got to be a little bit careful with wood-burning stoves that you don't overheat them. So, you know, you need to keep your eye on that thermometer. But, you know, early days yet. So, there's a couple of things to note. It's sucking up nicely, but we're not going to shut that door until we've really got those logs going. You know, temperature hasn't even started to move yet on the thermometer. But just firing it on, really sucking it in. And when we shut the door, we'll close the dampers down and regulate that temperature. So, you know, this will take a couple of minutes really to catch. So with that, I'm going to put it on pause, and we'll come back to this in a couple of minutes time. So what are we looking at now? We're kind of looking, I don't know, 7:10. We'll be back in, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes when that's really going, and we'll show you what to do next.